Hey, what up, man? So, tomorrow is, the most under-celebrated holiday of the year. It's Father's Day. And with Father's Day, especially in the black community, you're going to see the litany of black women making claims that they're the mother and the father. They're both. You know what I'm saying? Even though you never see the same thing on Mother's Day, because that man will be ran out of town with pitchforks and torches, man. But due to the current state we're in, where most black households are ran by the moms, somehow men have allowed themselves to be usurped by the woman, even as claiming something that's extremely serious as being a father, right? This is coming from father 3. I have twins, 13 years old. I have a son that's 7. I remember the day my twins were born. That was like, it's crazy to me, man. It was like the happiest point in my life at that time, because I knew what it was like to not have my father there like he should have been, right? So I said it to myself, and I used my father as an example to be the antithesis of him, to be the best father I could possibly be. Being there, being involved, guiding, teaching, all those things, man. Mind you, my dad wasn't completely not there. It's just the fact that at certain times he found other things to be more important. But all in all, without him, being and doing the things that he did or didn't do, I wouldn't be as great of a father and a man as I am today. So every blessings come in disguises at times. So fatherhood in the black community is somewhat of a conundrum, because there's so many different parameters put on it, and limitations, expectations, all these different things. And especially in my situation where I had kids, had my twins from a previous relationship. I wasn't married. That relationship dissolved. So I went into the whole issue of being a co-parent. As I said and alluded to before, hey, everything's cool and fine. Most men know this and understand this, but once I settled down and I was permanently out the game and that door was closed, as to me not being able to get back with my children's mother, everything changed. From I was the greatest dad ever. Everything was cordial, everything was going up and up. As soon as I got married, hey, I was the biggest POS, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was never there. I was deadbeat, this, that, and the other. I've been in my kids' life since day one. Alright? I had my kids on my own. I've been daddy daycare, single daddy. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time, more than one point in time, because their mom was in the military. She was deployed, and I had to take care of kids on my own. You know what I'm saying? 3 kids at once, toddlers, on 2 or 3 separate occasions, man. And it was eventful. I learned a lot. But all in all, man, this is a message to all the fathers out there, bro. You see somebody out there claiming to be you, man, shut that you know what down, man. Shut it down. All right, you hop on that post and you do the same thing they would do to you as if you were a man and you were to show up on Mother's Day claiming that you were the mother as well as the father. Happy Mother's Day to yourself. That's what we got to do, man. Again, power is never given; it has to be taken. And as a man, you understand what it is to strong on some shit. You got to start strong on me, bro. We have to start shutting these matriarchal ideologies and these feminist ideologies. We have to start shutting that stuff down, bro. and giving that shit the big matumbo. All right, not allowing it, bro. Because again, once you do this, that permeates into the youth, into the males. They think that's okay. This is how you get the athletes that grow up in poverty their whole their entire lives, and their parent continues to have children in an impoverished situation and make their lives live in hell and the ultimate struggle in growing up just because they simply want to do something as simple as take birth control or wear a condom or be more responsible in conceiving children. And yet still this man is expected to extol his mother to the highest of the high of regards, praise her as his queen, right? Even though you was a crack fiend mama, you always was a black queen mama, right? I ain't never heard it about the black daddy being a king if he was a crack fiend, right? And that's the reason, man. And like I said, the black woman is a beautiful thing. She's essential. She's a lover. She's a nurturer. Need her in order to progress the the people as a whole. She is needed, but at the same time, anything that's needed can be and should be criticized, man. Should be held to a standard. And if and when she's not living up to that standard, especially when she's in the role of leadership and matriarchy, again, the black woman is controlling the mindset and the direction of the black community. At least 3 generations running now, right? And the numbers prove, her success, or more so lack thereof, as that leader, right? It's our job now to start stepping in as men, and again, start strong on it, bro. Taking your proper place as the head of not only your individual households, but as the community and the race as a whole, man. All right. And again, this isn't saying that we're going to, excommunicate them or stop dealing with them or so on and so forth and those type things. But at the same time, it's going to be like, hey, you got to give up. You got to give up those keys, bro. That's what you got to start doing as men. You got to start telling them, hey, your time is up. The reign is over. We're trying to do something here, and you guys are prolonging the process of getting to a place of success because you simply don't want to give up your position of power, even though you've been a horrible leader, even though you can't really, you guys aren't willing to be held accountable for the many upon many of shortcomings, but you want to take credit for any and every success. Okay, you have to get out of this mindset, bro, of where the woman is allowed to be told that somehow she's more important than the man. Don't need no man. And all these fathers ain't shit, and all these other things. When, like I say, you look to numbers and things to prove otherwise to this. All right, and it's not gonna happen without us, without the man stepping up and saying, hey, look, man, all right, I can understand that you may feel your type of way or whatever it is, but in the long run, what are we gonna gain from this if we continue to let you poison the mind? I won't say poison, but control the mind of the black male, the young black male, and tell him that to deify you, see you as this God figure that can't be criticized, can't be challenged. All right, what is that going to do? Well, I can tell you what it's going to do. It's going to continue the same direction that we've been in for a long time now. All right, so again, how do you get out of that? We as the men, the fathers, have to first, influence our own children, our own kids, especially our boys, and give them masculine energy, man, and give them that taste of positive leadership. Okay, let them know, how to be logical versus emotional. You know, how to strategize, all these type things, man. And you know, that's something only a father can give, right? Again, no matter how much a man think he understands a woman, he can never truly explain womanhood. So, and that being said, that's obvious that the same thing applies to a woman in manhood, correct? But again, in the black community, it's like we're in this mirror world, man. You know what I mean? Everything's upside down and backwards. So again, it's the man's job, since you're gonna be held accountable and blamed anyway, to start stepping in there and changing that, bro. So all in all, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I used to do this thing on the on Facebook when I was dealing with Facebook like that. You know, just like the church, open the doors, man. Every day is a good day to start being a good father, man. Once you come, all right. You're not being a great dad. You can change that, man. When it's something as simple as, you know, talking to your kids, getting involved, apologizing first and foremost for, you know, not being there when you should. All those type things, man. There's plenty of things you can do, all right, to re-ingratiate yourself with your kids, man. You know, it's never too late. It's never too late, quote unquote. You know, to try and fix your absence, or not necessarily your absence, your inadequacy as a dad, man. All right, we all mess up. We all learn at different points in time. You know, it takes people some time to figure things out. You know, and fatherhood can be scary, bro. It can be incredibly scary. So I understand the fact that, like, if you're, you know, 18, 19 to you know, early 20s, and you get this kid unexpectedly, you know, due to your own recklessness or whatnot, or you know, some other nefarious reasons, because that does exist. People act like, you know, these females aren't out here plotting, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go into that right now. That's another video for later. But you know what I'm saying, ultimately not being responsible, and you want to run away from that responsibility. At the end of the day, man, you know, anything that's a part of you, you should care about. All right? You know what I mean? And not for the sake of them, they may be the next this, the next that. No, you should. That's a part of you, man. That's a somewhat of a carbon copy of you as a human being. That's a little version of you, man. It's your job to protect and kill and die for your child. All right? Now, if you don't want to have a kid, do everything you have to do in order to not conceive one. Okay? Because, you know, as scary as it is, once it's here, man, as men, what? You're expected to give results, right? And answer the call and ring that bell. So, you know, once you're in it, it's too late. It is what it is, bro. Can't make excuses. Can't back out of this, man. All right? You know, we want to start having, you know, I at the same time, people, well, you said, you know, yeah, at the same time, I still do believe, you know, the law should be changed, and it should be fair, to where a father should be able to just say, hey, I'm not ready to be a dad, and the kid still gets to keep his life, and that father needs to get to go along about that. But until that law's changed, bro, hey, you know what I mean? You know, you gotta go with what it is. You might as well, especially you're gonna have to pay for it anyway, bro. Would you pay for a car that you can't drive? I mean, you know what I'm saying? 18 years of 18-year car payment, man. You know what I mean? No matter how little that is, that's gonna add up to so many thousands of dollars. You gonna leave that brand new car on the lot? Of course not, right? So it's and it's more important and more critical to you than a car will ever be. Because again, that's a part of you, man. So again, man, happy Father's Day to all you brothers out there. You know, SmackDown. The moment you see that, you know, I'm the father too post, man, don't even comment. Just block it. Just flag it. Flag it for spam or inappropriate content, bro. But I'm serious, man. You know, give some pushback, bro. Give some pushback. We need to start having these healthy discourses, bro. Because again, the woman is leading the charge, and she's directing the mindset of the community and the children. And until we start challenging and stepping up to the plate in order to point out the fallacies and the issues with that, it's never going to change. All right. If you get shouted out and shouted down and ran out of the building again, pitchforks and torches, cool. But I promise you, man, eventually this will be one out of the 100. Somebody's gonna put down that pitchfork, put down that torch, and be like, you know what? I never heard this before, but he makes sense. All right. And as men, especially as fathers, you come to understand, but that's the most important thing. All right. That little shimmer of light that you can see in your kid, bro, and you nurture it, and you turn it into a fucking inferno, bro. Something that can't be stopped. All right. And that's what we need in the mind and the consciousness of the black community as a whole. So that's that on that, man. Appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one.